If you're planning to use the IRFP260N MOSFET in a power electronics project, the very first thing you should learn is its pinout. Even a powerful MOSFET like the IRFP260N won't work if the pins are connected incorrectly. The good news is that its pin configuration is simple and easy to remember. Once you understand what each pin does, wiring it into your circuit becomes much easier. The IRFP260N is a high-power N-channel MOSFET that is widely used in switching applications. It is designed to handle high current and high voltage efficiently, making it suitable for circuits such as inverters, motor controllers, induction heaters, battery chargers, DC-DC converters, and switch mode power supplies. Its low on resistance and fast switching performance make it a favorite among electronics enthusiasts. The IRFP hitch is larger than the common TO220 package. This larger package helps dissipate heat more effectively, allowing the MOSFET to handle higher power levels. When you hold the MOSFET with the flat front side facing you and the three leads pointing downward, the pins are arranged from left to right as gate, drain, and source. The first S, the control terminal of the MOSFET. A voltage applied between the gate and source determines whether the MOSFET turns on or off. Since the gate draws very little current, it can be driven easily by a suitable gate driver or control circuit. The second pin is the drain, D. This is the main power terminal where the load is usually connected. When the MOSFET turns on, current flows from the drain to the source. The large metal tab on the back of the TO247 package is internally connected to the drain, so keep this in mind when mounting it on a heatsink. The third pin is the source, S. This terminal is generally connected to the ground or the negative side of the power supply in most N-channel MOSFET circuits. Current exits through the source after flowing from the drain when the MOSFET is switched on. Many beginners accidentally install the IRFP260N backwards because it looks similar to some power transistors. That's why it's always a good idea to double-check the pin arrangement before soldering it onto a PCB. Spending a few extra seconds verifying the pins can save both the MOSFET and the rest of your circuit. Knowing the pin configuration also makes troubleshooting much easier. When checking the IRFP260N with a multimeter, you'll need to identify the gate, drain, and source correctly to perform diode tests and gate charging tests. Incorrect probe placement can lead to confusing readings and make a perfectly good MOSFET appear faulty. Because the IRFP260N is capable of handling high current and power, it often requires a heatsink during operation. Since the metal mounting tab is electrically connected to the drain, use an insulating pad if the heatsink is shared with other components or connected to the chassis. This helps prevent accidental short circuits. The IRFP ends you learn it. With the flat side facing you and the pins pointing downward, the order is gate, drain, and source from left to right. Understanding this simple pin arrangement is the first step toward using the IRFP260N safely and successfully in your high-power electronic projects.